Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I have the Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles. Oh, if I can hold it still. Wait, there is a website, chroniclebooks.com. If you're interested, there is how that is spelled. Supportive oracle cards are spellcasting oracle cards, and it's by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There's the way you spell their last names, but there is a website for this. It is shewhoisart.com. So if you want to find them there, I know it says it's $20 for this deck. I just got it on Amazon for 15 bucks. It's March of 2021. This reading is valid for when you come to it, but if you like it, might be a good time to get it if you're interested. Just saying, if you want to save $5. At least it was on sale when I saw it anyway, so when I bought it. Okay, Aquarius, what do we have? Like, you got the World card coming up? I'm just questioning, is it for you or for somebody else? I gotta do one more card here. Life purpose. Alright, so somebody's going through a change and they're saying this is something they're meant to go through. I feel like you might not enjoy this. Like, in the sense of, like, when you're seeing this happen to somebody, you're like, that doesn't seem fair. I feel like but this is kind of like, this is something for them to overcome. It seems like they need to get through this. This is something they need to handle that will actually work out better for them in the long run. And there's something here they need to give up on. They have the Ace of Pentacles showing up as the challenge card. It's kind of like knowing when to quit. I feel like this is what life's bringing forward for them, like knowing when to quit. Because there's a lot of ending energy going on over there. It's difficult, and I feel like they're fighting it, and they're trying to find a different way to make it work out. Is it the King? Yes, the King of Swords. They're trying to figure out a different way to do things. They don't want to let go. They're fighting it. But I'm getting, like, the whole thing here is, like, to know when to let go. To know when to let go. So, when this is happening, there's only so much you can do. You can't seem to go over and fix this. And I'm getting the block card here of Two of Swords with the reconciliation. I just feel like you're not able to really... I think it's more about you can't fix this for them. Yet you want to. There's a desire to, and you want to. But I'm getting like, this isn't meant to be fixed. That might be really harsh. It may feel really harsh. Remember, this is a general read, so I have no idea what the situation is you're dealing with. But to me, I'm looking at something like, I feel like you want to fix it, and you're like, I don't want to see this ending happen to them. That seems really harsh. That doesn't seem really fair. I feel like the universe is saying, well, this is their life purpose to go through this. They are protected from it. This is not going to destroy them. And when something leaves, that leaves a space for something else to take its place. So when this goes away, that opens the door for something else. They may not want to lose this or leave this, but it's kind of like, when somebody loses a house, like maybe their house gets foreclosed on, they lose their job, their partner loses their job, their house gets foreclosed on, then they have to move, and it seems like that's horrible, and that's not something you'd want to happen to them. But later on down the road, because of that, they're going to have an opportunity to get a different place, and maybe a better place for them in a different location. Different opportunities will show up later. It's a harsh way to happen. It doesn't seem like it's fun. When it does happen, it doesn't seem fun at all. But it does seem like that type of thing where the world is like, this phase is going forward, something new is coming in. They are protected, though. Things will get better for them later. But it's kind of like, I feel like, again, it's like knowing when to say enough is enough or when to let go. You do care about this. This is not going to be easy for you. For those people this is hitting for, whether you're an Aquarius or whoever you are and you just picked a reading, which is cool, you're not going to be able to fix this. You're not going to really be able to help. Even when it looks like you're going to be able to do something and you have ideas and you try to push something forward one way or another, it looks like it's going to fail. I'm not saying don't try, because you got to do what's right for you. If you feel like you should try, then try. Do what you think is right. But they're saying if it doesn't work out, if you try to help and it just doesn't seem to make a difference, not to feel bad about it, because the universe is saying, no, this is a life lesson. This has to happen this way. The universe makes decisions that, we can try to change those decisions as much as we want, but how does that saying go? People make plans and the universe laughs. Is that how that goes? Something like that. So something like that. We make plans and the universe goes, "Ha, that's cute. You go ahead. You go ahead with that." You're trying to help. You're trying to stabilize this. I do feel like you're actively trying to stabilize it. You do have some successful ideas around you. You can help to a certain extent, but I'm getting like, even though you're doing and setting everything up and like this should work, there's no reason that shouldn't work. Something else will fall through. So, because I'm like seeing this, like how come this keeps failing, but on your side you're seeing success and financial health? Because I don't see you enjoying this. I'm getting like you're doing everything right. You're giving the situation the best chance it could. But even if you find a way to save that house, something else will happen where it'll still fall through. You know what I mean? They'll still have to leave for, if it's not for this reason, it's that. Like maybe they're getting their house foreclosed on and you're having a benefit. So like, okay, they're not going to have to lose their house to get to keep their house. But then they get new jobs in a couple cities away. Like they're like 3.5 hours away is where the job is. And they're like, now we have to sell the house. We have to let the house go anyway because we're moving. We have to move 3.5 hours away for the new job I got. I have no choice. So they're still going to lose the house anyway, if you follow me. That's kind of like, even though you could successfully find a way to save the situation, it's still going to move on either way, is what I'm getting. You really do care. You really are helping. And they're saying that's good. I'm not saying don't help. So take this with a grain of salt. You got to do what you think is right. If you want to help and you're seeing a way you can help, you got to do what's right. But I feel like what they're saying is like, don't get over invested when it still doesn't work. Kind of like realize that the people are going to be okay. The person this is happening to will be all right. They are protected. But the situation is going to change one way or another. This is not going to be avoidable. Because I feel you keep helping. Which is not bad, but I'm getting like, when all is said and done and the person on the other side here that this is affecting is still okay, when like a couple years pass, when a couple years pass and they're doing a lot better then, they're doing a lot better in a couple of years. Whoever this is doing a lot better in 2 years, whatever that means. And I know it's a general read, but I keep getting that 2 years. Like, wait till you see them. In 2 years, they're going to be doing a lot better. This will be fine. In the long run, when you look back and you're like, all right, it worked out the way it worked out. It was very devastating, but they're okay now, 2 years later. They're doing much better. I feel like they're doing better. Like, for example, if you're going to use the 1 to 10 scale, maybe they're living life at like a 6 to 7. They'll be hitting like 9 to 10 in 2 years. There's going to be a notable upgrade, a notable improvement. And I feel like when that comes around and they just want you to know this is going to be better for them. The connection with you seems to stay. What number is that? The 5 of Cups. The person this is happening to, they very much appreciate your help. At the very least, when they look back on this situation, they're going to remember how much you bent over backwards to try to help them salvage what they were trying to salvage. Like, that's not going to go anywhere. So even though I do feel like this is going to go where it's going to go anyway, this person will always remember how you bent over backwards and into a pretzel trying to make this work. And, like, they're not going to forget that. That is never going to be something they're going to forget. Because I'm getting, like, they feel really bad about it later, and they never forget about it. Forget it. Like, if there's anything they can ever do for you, I feel like they'll be there in a heartbeat. Like, really. The energy is really strong there. This is somebody who will always care for you. This Animals card is very interesting because it makes me feel like it's that type of care, like somebody who looks out for somebody else, somebody who, like, you know, if you need food, I will get you food. If you need a safe place to stay, I have that place, or I will find you one. That's kind of the energy I'm getting for the Animal card. And then the 10 of Wands is kind of like, they know that that's how you were looking at this for them. Like, they had a lot of strong needs, and you were bending over backwards, twisting yourself into a pretzel, trying to make those needs happen, trying to do anything you do. You tried to care for them. And they're feeling like it was very hard. You did everything you could. It still kind of feels like it's going to fail because the world is coming in. They are protected, but the world is coming in, which means a whole new phase coming in. But it's something like they're remembering that feeling like somebody cares. Somebody's trying so hard to help me. In the long run, it didn't work, but for them, it's more like the memory of, like, if it could have worked, it would have worked because the Aquarius would have made it work if it was possible. The fact that even the Aquarius couldn't make it work, it was just not salvageable. It just was not going to happen. This is a very positive energy towards you, especially down the road, because this is an energy that's not going to forget what you did for them. Even though I know it just feels like it's going to fail, they're always going to remember it. They're never going to forget it, and they're always going to be like on your side and always going to be looking out for you is what I'm getting. All right. That's what I have. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Thank you for watching and have a great day.